Okay, how about a bedtime story? This one's called The Bleeding Bonkers Saga of the Foxes, right? Prologue. We're the weirds at home in this bonkers world, where normal's as rare as a quiet night in with me. The Fox family's saga kicks off. It's like everything you thought was straight up is actually twisted, and what's twisted makes more sense, isn't it? Chapter 1. The Missus with her mystic clicks. Mama Fox, she's the queen bee of only mystics, spellbinding all sorts with her online witchcraft. Her fans, a ragtag bunch of cosmic drifters and gabbing gadgets. And there's this talking spoon, right? Giving her guff about life's big mysteries and the perfect recipe for a universe-flavored stew. Daddy Fox, the town's darling numpty, tinkers in his shop, chatting up the neighborhood cats and concocting gadgets that'd make a physicist weep. Despite being a few switchblades short of a gang fight, the folks enjoy him. His wisdom's as rare as rocking horse shot, but when it lands, it's golden. Chapter 2. The Nippers' Wild Rides. The twins, they're always off on their own madcap adventures. The chipmunk sold one, hooked up to the cosmos with their Neuralink, has deep natters with an ancient microwave about the Big Bang, and last week's lamb chops, the goth lass mates with a ghost Viking who's all about doom and gloom tunes. They're causing a stir in the ether, leaving a trail of spooky breadcrumbs for the digital world to puzzle over forever and ever. Chapter 3. Green Dreams and Mad Schemes. Facing the abyss of the doll, Daddy Fox unveils his masterpiece, a bonkers irrigation system that bends the laws of everything, turning their patchy farm into an alien crop circle wonderland. This joint becomes a melting pot for spaced out botanists, rock legends from the fifth dimension, and the fab shop where Daddy Fox works becomes really famous all over space-time. Chapter 4. Cyberspats and Interstellar Chats. Mama Fox's online antics get her tangled with a bunch of cheeky emojis, sparking a quest through the digital jungle. Guided by a sage-like raccoon, she's on a mission to find her true self amid the internet's chaos, proving connections in the digital age are as twisted as a corkscrew. Chapter 5. A Symphony of Silliness. In the grand finale of their outlandish journey, the foxes find harmony in their shared lunacy. Their tale, a beacon in the night, shows their strength in sticking together through the madcap and the mayhem. Epilogue. The moral of the madness. As we bid farewell to their wild ride, the foxes leave us with a nugget of wisdom in the dance of life, where the absurd grabs hands with the mundane. There's a beauty in embracing the unknown, finding joy in the journey, and recognizing that the most roundabout paths often lead to the heart of the matter. The Bleeding Bonkers Saga of the Foxes, right, wraps up, inviting us to jump feet first into a world where the imagination's the only limit, and every day's an adventure into the fantastically mad. All right, here's another one. This one is called The Day Bumbleton on the Blink Went Bleeding Biscuits. In the bustling burb of Bumbleton on the Blink, where the buildings were as bright as a patchwork quilt and the pigeons wore tiny top hats, the townsfolk were accustomed to the odd and the unusual, but nothing could prepare them for the day when everything went utterly, irrevocably bonkers. Our tale begins with Sir Archie Archibald, a young chap with a knack for inventing gadgets that were as brilliant as they were bewildering. One morning, Archie awoke to find his latest invention, a device meant to toast bread with the power of grumpiness, had instead caused a minor anomaly in the fabric of reality. Instead of crispy toast, his kitchen was now producing slices of bread that sang K-pop tunes. "Bloody heck," exclaimed Archie as a particularly robust tenor note shattered his teacup. "That's not right." As Archie ventured outside, he discovered the anomaly had spread. Lady Penelope Puddle Duck, Bumbleton's esteemed duck whisperer, was in a flap. Her ducks had taken to floating mid-air, quacking in bemusement as they paddled through the sky. "Archie, dear boy, do something," she implored as harmonies echoed from his breakfast. Not far off, Sir Reginald Rooftop, the town's cat herder, was also in a tizzy. The cats, usually so dignified, had developed a taste for bungee jumping off rooftops, tethered only by their own curiosity. "It's pandemonium," he cried, as a chorus of meows and mews joined the pop-singing toast in a symphonic cacophony. Determined to set things right, Archie, with the help of Lady Penelope and Sir Reginald, traced the source of the bonkers day back to his grumpy toaster. Together, they concocted a plan as madcap as the situation itself. They would reverse the anomaly by creating the ultimate sound sandwich, combining the pop-singing bread, sky-quacking duck quacks, and thrill-seeking cat meows into an auditory masterpiece that would realign reality. The townsfolk of Bumbleton on the Bleak, ever supportive of eccentric endeavours, rallied together. The baker, Sir Dogalot, provided the bread, now singing arias of anticipation. Lady Penelope coordinated the ducks, who provided the finest sky quacks. Sir Reginald, with some persuasion and a promise of endless sardines, convinced the cat to contribute their most adventurous meows for garnish. As the final sound sandwich was assembled atop the town square, with all of Bumbleton on the blink watching, Archie activated his grumpy toaster one last time with a furrowing of his brow. A beam of light, brighter than any before, shot into the sky, illuminating the sound sandwich in a spectacle of culinary magic. With a pop and a sizzle, reality snapped right back. The ducks landed gently, the cats ceased their aerial antics, and the bread, though still capable of a modest hum, ceased its K-pop outbursts. The day Bumbleton on the Blink went bonkers was forever etched in the town's history, a testament to the power of community, creativity, and a proper sound sandwich. Sir Archibald's invention was hailed as a marvel, albeit one best kept under lock and key for the tranquility of breakfasts to come. And so, life in Bumbleton on the Blink returned to its usual state of delightful oddity, where the extraordinary was merely another day in the life. The townsfolk, with stories to tell and songs to sing, some even by bread, looked forward to whatever madcap adventure tomorrow might bring. The end, or as our dear Archie would say, back to the drawing board, for there's always another day for daftness and... Oh my goodness, are you still awake? Core, blimey. All right, but just one more. This one is called the Whimsyshire Wacky Olympics. In the fantastical land of Whimsyshire, where the laws of physics were more like mild suggestions and the impossible was merely an inconvenience, the townsfolk gathered once every blue moon to compete in the most madcap event known to man, beast and teapot, the Whimsyshire Wacky Olympics. Our tale zeroes in on Sir Percival Puddleton, a chap as renowned for his unfathomable optimism as he was for his ability to trippingly fall over flat surfaces. Sir Percival had his heart set on wacky Olympic gold, despite the events being notoriously unwinnable. Event 1, the reverse marathon. In this bewildering race, competitors had to run backwards blindfolded with their shoelaces tied together. The finish line? It whimsically moved away if anyone got too close. Sir Percival, ever the klutz, accidentally stumbled in the opposite direction, making him the only contestant who ever got close to the ever-elusive finish line. Event 2, synchronized solo swimming, a paradoxical puzzle where swimmers had to synchronize with themselves while performing a solo routine in a pool. Lady Euphemia Eggleton, the reigning champion of underwater makeup ruining, found herself entangled in a particularly stubborn air pocket, performing what could only be described as a captivating make-believe mambo. Event 3, the 100-meter snail sprint. Here, the athletes were tasked with racing snails over a 100-meter dash. The twist, the snails were not only notoriously slow, but also easily distracted by lettuce leaves placed along the track. Sir Percival's snail, Sir Slimesworth, even developed an unexpected fondness for radishes, veering off course in a gastronomic adventure of its own. In between these preposterous proceedings, the Wacky Olympics featured side attractions, such as the invisible javelin catch and the hurdles without hurdles, where participants simply jumped at random intervals, hoping they were hurdling over something. As the Wacky Olympics progressed, it became abundantly clear that winning was not only impossible, but also not the point. No, Whimsyshire's absurd Olympiad was about the glory of participating, the laughter at the ludicrous, and the camaraderie formed in the shared insanity of it all. The closing ceremony was as grand as it was crazy cakes, featuring a parade of participants and their pets, including Sir Percival's radish-loving snail, now sporting a tiny medal of its own for outstanding achievement in culinary exploration. Sir Percival, though not winning in the traditional sense, was awarded the coveted Golden Guffaw for his spectacularly serendipitous reverse marathon performance. It was a reminder to all that in the Wacky Olympics, sometimes the best way to win is simply to enjoy the balmy ride. As the sun set on Whimsyshire, the townsfolk retired, their hearts light with laughter and their spirits buoyed by the sheer absurdity they'd shared. The Wacky Olympics weren't just a competition. They were a celebration of life's unpredictable, ridiculous beauty. And so, the legend of the Whimsyshire Wacky Olympics lived on, a testament to the joy of coming together and finding delight in the wonderfully whimsical. After all, in a world where the impossible is just part of the fun, isn't that the true spirit of competition? Sweet dreams, little one.